Coach, we're just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Buffalo Bills. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set, 70, Indy, go.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Shoot.
On 1st and 10, here's Vic. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Boston Scott, his first carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Right there. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Scott. Tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Look, squeeze.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Hard.
Now Scott. And an alley to run. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Boston Scott, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. First carry for Darius Geis, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Switch. Hey, watch it.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
Secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
That's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Hey, Delta.
Push him back.
Hey. Let's go. Get set. Rock it.
Take four.
5.
On 3rd down, Vic. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Check 26.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eli Harrell just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Ty Long now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Roll out. Hey, Sam off.
Throwing again, Vic on 2nd and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Scott. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the set. Here we go. Hey, high 7. Look at me, zipper.
Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
Smooth.
Check.
Bam.
Check 6 guys.
Watch 20.
On 2nd and 12, Vic nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bills 7, Redskins nothing.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey!
Mike 4.
Look at me. Score. Look. Squeeze. Shoot.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
Ready. 53 is the mic. You got nothing to work. Let's go. Come on. Check 13. Check 13.
On 1st down, this is Geis. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Haskins. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hard, hard.
Safety's creeping.
Ready?
Here's Vic. This one complete to Lacey. And they work this out past the 25. 22 yards there, a first down.
70, Indy. Recon, 132 fighter.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Leo.
On first down, Armstrong. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Come on.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Charlie. Yes.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Mike 4. What we got? Mike 4.
Let's go.
From the gun, Vic. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Back to it after the pick 6. Vic. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, team 6. Go.
Ricky.
Mike 5.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Vic, man open. That's Robert Foster, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Go. 50, slant.
First down, Vic. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Armstrong. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first down. He's got his guys a first down here.
General West. Hey, Foxtrot. Yo, go.
Motion to the backfield.
Again, it's Vic. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards that time. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready up.
Here we go.
Hey, Echo. Yes.
Back up.
A first down throw coming for Vic. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Check three.
They start on the ground with Geis. He'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
He's brought down by Tre'Davious White.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Ty Long now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken up around the 40. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Go out. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 2nd down, Vick again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, it's not been their bread and butter. I don't know, is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Hey, Sam off. Go on. Check. Get it.
3rd and long for Vick. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4. Haskins will throw. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On second down, here's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On first down, here's Love. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Haskins to throw on second down. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Go, go. Ready.
So here's Vic following the interception. He's going to float this. Oh, it's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Vic readies to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up.
Hey, orbit. Fair.
Check 43. Shit.
Let go.
To throw, Vic. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the Bills have taken the lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Slam, slam, slam.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They go play action now. Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here for the 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 10-2 stop. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Fire.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Scott. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 36-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Look at me. Go, go, go.
They go again with Scott. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
You got time. Look, look, squeeze. Hard, hard. Now. Check 49, check 49.
On 3rd down, Vic out of the gun. Open man, here's Foster. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now here's Vic. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
This is taken at his 4. And some room to roam now. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had the big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for two? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Right. He's sideline here. He's sideline right.
6-6. Pull it high. Hey, lock it.
Check.
Go out.
Sponge.
Yep.
Sponge. No. Switch.
Vic now. Going left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Go. Go. Get it.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Got an open man, it's Scott. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
On the ready. X3. 218. Chop it.
Check.
Hey, Delta. Go.
Motion.
Bam.
Check 3.
Ready.
Play action now, Vic. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Bravo.
Check 4. Check 26. Check.
Yes.
It's a play fake. Now Vic. And the pressure gets to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Going up top. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Go now. 18 games. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Look, squeeze, snap.
They'll keep it on the ground. Scott, and he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Vic to throw it, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey. Come get some. Here, let's go.
On fourth down, Vic. This one complete to Lacy. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Michael Vick. Dorsett making the catch. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Vick. Dorsett's got it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Hey, Wood. Go.
Wide motion. Mike Ford. Hey, pick your game.
Shoot.
Despite the late lead, Vic's going to throw. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back him up 5.
Good job, William.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Let's go.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the slack. Watch the slack. Watch the slack. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Twist, twist. Shit. Check. Slam. Go. Look, motion. Trump. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Throwing now is Haskins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Watch the edge. Share. Squeeze. Watch the shift. Slam. Kill. Come on.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to first and goal. Here we go with Haskins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's second down and goal at the 5-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Let's go. And we got Mike 53.
Now it's Haskins. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull once in the regular season, once in the playoffs? See what the defensive strategy is about who they pull to try and knock that ball away.
That throw by Vick, incomplete.
Vick's pass forced to the ground and incomplete. Landon Collins on recovery.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Mike 4. Watch the twist. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Mike, 4.
Ready?
One last shot for Michael Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Washington, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they